You can now get a 30-day trial to experience The Athletic for free. Visit the link in the description below to try it now. In this series, we analyse teams, identify problem areas, and suggest solutions in the form of incoming players. We won't follow gossip, rumours or conjecture, and we're concerned only with the player's on-field performance and their suitability for the role in question. Today's team is Liverpool. Welcome to Sensible Transfers. Liverpool are an excellent team, with high-calibre players in every position and some significant talents coming through in midfield. They set up in a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, they press well, and they have high levels of technical proficiency. They play a high line, aided by the excellence of Alisson and Virgil van Dijk, using quick, sometimes long transitions to shift the ball rapidly up the pitch. Diogo Jota's signing and Trent Alexander-Arnold's use this season as a more inverted wing-back have shown that Jurgen Klopp is willing to shift from the tactical blueprint that served him so well for years. A narrow, compact midfield three and wide overlapping fullbacks working with inverted wingers. But aspects of this remain, which means that although Klopp is likely to diversify his tactical approach with additional nuances in his attacking structures, the overarching approach is unlikely to change too much. He knows that his side should be challenging for both the Premier League and the Champions League, and that requires good squad depth as well as excellent players. So what's the issue? Well, next year, 2023, is going to be a pivotal one for Liverpool. All three of Liverpool's key attackers' contracts are up, and the following year, Jurgen Klopp's contract expires too. While he may or may not take a sabbatical, it's not in Klopp's nature to leave such significant issues unresolved. In addition, Liverpool's well-regarded sporting director, Michael Edwards, is also off, with Julian Ward appointed to succeed him at the end of the season. While Ward is an internal appointment, Liverpool need to ensure that the talent ID pipeline that has brought so many significant recent successes is preserved. So while it's highly unlikely that Liverpool will make big moves in January, the next significant transfer that they do make could be in the forward line. The up-and-coming talent is in midfield or defence, and while Diogo Jota has been a successful acquisition, bringing both a new facet to Liverpool's attacking options while also being able to deputise from Firmino and Mane, he can't do it alone. Mane, Salah and Firmino have excelled for Liverpool for years, and so far this season this triumvirate account for around 55% of the team's goals, with Jota netting a further 20% and also 40% of all their shots. Neither Manchester City or Chelsea are as reliant on a starting set of forwards for goals and shots, or indeed to fill places in the team. So there's no real statistical issue. Liverpool just need to sign players who can challenge and then replace one of the best front threes in world football. The wide attackers must be quick, hard-working, on and off the ball and skillful, and the centre forward should be able to press, drop off and play in the wide forwards and score goals themselves. The factors we've mentioned already are very important, and so too is the idea that these players should be versatile enough to play more than one position in the forward line. Now it's very unlikely, but if Liverpool could prize Bukayo Saka away from Arsenal, it could be a transformative signing. Quick, clever and technical, Saka is versatile enough to offer Liverpool options, while good enough to lock down the right wing position on his own. Our pick, though, is probably an easier get. Shakhtar Donetsk is famous for unearthing Brazilian talent that transfers well to top European teams. And the next player off that line should be Tete, a rapid, tricky winger who favours his left foot. Tete's dribbling catches the eye, but his passing from slightly deeper positions, often changing the angle of attack, are really what excites. He would play on the right, but could move centrally to make clever runs in behind, or play in an overlapping fullback or central midfielder moving wide, just like Elliott tends to. His natural playmaking tendencies would fit well with the direction Klopp seems to want to take his team, while he also brings a direct attacking threat. With his goals and assists per 90 trending upwards season to season, this 21-year-old is ready to make the leap. On the left, Lyon's Rayan Cherki has shown the kind of potential that could see him ready to star for a big side in the future, although his defensive output would need to improve. He's not the finished article, but he is still only 18. A player who could step up immediately, though, is the exciting Christopher Nkunku. RB Leipzig's versatile right-footed attacker can play equally ably as a striker or left inside forward. His mazy dribbles, deft through balls and shooting ability are remarkable. He's a smart player, able to assess situations rapidly and then execute a carry. Through ball, safe pass or shot with excellent technical ability. Nkunku is 24 years old and so he's about to enter his prime. A product of Paris Saint-Germain's excellent academy, he's learned the verticality and pressing football in the hothouse of RB Leipzig, breaking through under Julian Nagelsmann. Without overselling Nkunku, he would be ready to step up to Liverpool immediately and offer tactical versatility across that front line. He's a perfect fit and the most sensible of these suggested transfers. Through the middle, Liverpool can't try to replicate Firmino. He is a footballing unicorn, a striker who plays as a 10 or a 10 who plays like a striker while defending like a 6. We've highlighted Leicester City's Kelechi Iheanacho for this role before and we're sticking to it. The Nigerian is really a 10, but who's played enough as a 9 to fit the hybrid role. His ability to play in quick attackers is clear from some of his assists for Jamie Vardy, and he's a surprisingly tight statistical fit for Firmino's output. Should Liverpool wish to go in a slightly different direction though, it might be worth taking a punt on RB Salzburg's Benjamin Šeško. The Slovenian teenager has not played much so far, but his 0.57 goals and assists per 90 is impressive. He's a strong, aerially dominant striker, built like a tank who shows a surprising deftness of touch too. And he's quick, and can play on the transition with a surprisingly good ability to carry the ball for a strong striker. It would be over the top to describe him as the next Erling Haaland, but that's the kind of player that he'll mature into. Šeško is not immediately ready, but is also sufficiently different to what's currently in Liverpool's arsenal to make him a viable bench option, garnering minutes and experience before he develops into a genuinely high-class talent. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is where the Ralph Rangnick to Manchester United story broke, where a team of journalists have provided unrivaled coverage of Newcastle United's new ownership and where dedicated writers cover every Premier League team no matter their place in the table. And you can try it free now for 30 days.